Hello and welcome back to FIFA Manager 2020 and our so far abysmal run here in Vanilla National League South with Bath City Football Club here on Rawslowgaming channel, where we're trying to take Bath City to the top of Premier League and beyond. So far we haven't done that well, as I just said, and we have focused on trying to get our players on longer contracts, so we actually have a team for next season around, which we didn't have the first time we took on this challenge. So we actually ended off the last episode with offering contracts to a few players. Richard here rejected the deal, but Simpson and Batten did extend their contract, so that's very nice. And our salary budget still have overflow of over 46k. So that is very nice, and hopefully it's something that we can use, and hopefully this will also increase the atmosphere a little bit in the team and things like that. Getting new contracts to a few players. So match coming up here against Oxford City at home, or team rating 509 versus their 486. So it should be a game here where we should be able to turn things around a little bit. It sure would be nice to do that at least. So for some reason we already get an offer from Walsall as well as a carrier, but we are not doing a journeyman series, and also that would be a little bit too easy, I feel, getting offered that soon. But I guess that's due to how the system works in FIFA Manager. This Rawslowgaming manager character is a manager that have been used for all my Let's Plays. So he's actually a level 4 manager, and I'm an unlucky thing apparently. Reputation, unlucky thing. So don't know what that's about, but alright. So next player to talk to here is going to be Andy Watkins, and we will still use that we need him in perfect shape for next game here, and we'll do the lineup assistant here again just to see if anything changes there if we were to include him now instead, and we'll let assistant manager take care of the reserve team there, and we'll go out and with a little bit of a risky talk here, and we start off really good with taking the lead in the 5th minute, extending it to 2-0 in the 14th minute, and that is the scoreline that stands after one half. So the scoreline after one half, 2-0 for Bath City versus Oxford City, and that sounds good. Atmosphere at 7 only, teamwork at 54, but holding this together and having a stable win here, I think will up our odds or chances here for the forthcoming, or well, not the forthcoming, the rest of the season here really. So looking at stats, a good match here finally from the lads. The final scoreline is 2-0 for Bath City versus Oxford City. Shots 62, shots on target 4 versus 0. Chances 8 versus 4, and possession 60 versus 40%. So definitely a good game here. Still, we are 18th in the league, but a lot closer to a couple of teams now. We are still, though, very, very long away from the promotion or playoff zone, 13 points to be precise, but we are 9 points clear of the relegation zone. So that's decently healthy actually, so that's good. And next matchup is going to be against Welling United, and we'll see how that goes. And here we I should look into how we could change those tables that are running by here every time. That would be interesting. So this match against Welling United should be pretty even, and now team rating 520 versus their 519, so getting up team rating quite a lot there by just that win. Morale quite a lot better overall in the team. Form actually decent as well, so that's nice. Let's do the team talk here. Another man, perfect shape. And first team, lineup assistant. Let's check out the mail. And team likes our communication style. That's nice. I don't like this AdWord offer at all. I understand that it's lower now when we are doing so poorly in the league, but still the target is definitely around 3k. So let's see here. Won't they get out there and keep it simple? Hopefully they can build on the match that we just had against Oxford United without us putting pressure too much on the team. So taking the leader in the 39th minute by Brandt just before the end of the first half. So the scoreline after one half, 1-0 for Bassett versus Welling United. We'll say again, let's continue like this. Atmosphere now up to 8 or 9 after that halftime talk by our assistant manager. Unfortunately, Welling United getting back there and equalize in the 62nd minute, but we managed to keep it together to get a draw out of the game at least. So that's decent enough. Not superb performance by the lads, but it's all right. So the final score, Bassett versus Welling United 1-1, shots 2-4, shots on target 2-1, chances 3-4, and possession 51-49%. Still 18th in the league, 14 points up now to a playoff zone, or a playoff spot, and 10 points clear of the relegation zone. And the next game at home now against Eastbourne Borough, and that match got postponed. Financial standing are up to 18 out of 20 now, so they really like what we are doing with our financial side of things, which is good. And we get additional budget from our ticket sales. I don't know or don't think it's that much better than we thought. Well, I guess it might be, but shouldn't be that much change. But all right. So let's see here. What are the question mark here? Attention. I don't know. AdWords here, increase some, decrease duration. Duration is very long. Yeah, I can't accept 3 years at 2k. Assistant manager. Okay, I guess that were for the reserve match. I know that it's wrong. If we could get in a reserve manager, that would be easier. So a Christmas party is suggested, so I guess we should put that in here in December. I think we'll have it here the day before Christmas. I don't really want to put in the players on Christmas. So Reigns here, how are you doing? Are you actually training decent or developing? Not really, so let's say to put higher goals for him, if we can. Higher objectives, yeah. So there we go, and we switched months there a little while ago, and I think we lost a little bit in our wage budget, but not too much. And the target will be, as said before, keeping as many players as possible. So we'll try to sign or prolong the contracts here in this episode as well, with as many players as possible. We have a match coming up here, Bassett against Eastbourne Borough. We are at 525 versus their 555, and will be a tough match, but they are definitely a long way down in the league compared to what they maybe should be. That is Eastbourne Borough, of course. Dan Ball here is definitely not having good development. Wow, he started pretty darn well, didn't he? Yeah. So I don't know if we will prolong his contract at all, actually. Ball have had really terrible progress, actually. Wants to play for Bristol City, all right, that's realistic. Or not. Yeah, Ball is outside the team. And I understand why. Bauer here showing much more promise, for example. And speaking of Bauer, I think it's time to have a look here on the contracts this season, first team level. So Brandt, I don't want to look or offer him a new contract at the moment. 53. How he's developing, he's actually up one level here, so that's good, I guess. So how would a contract talk look like here? Don't really want to up his salary as much as this suggests. And 3 years, I also sort of don't like that. What level is he really? 53. Yeah, alright, I guess we could. So we'll try and offer the lowest possible wage we can for him. Extremely high bonus, yeah, exactly. It's a pretty high bonus. So would you accept that? Yeah. Or the board rather accept that offer. So Horace Smith can't do that. Hamlin can't take an offer to you. Tom Smith here. Extremely dissatisfied with us, apparently for some reason. Clark, yeah, don't know what to do about you. Richards here, yeah, we'll try to prolong your contract here again. Alright, so I guess we should get in appearance money here, should be better, and then we'll up this a little bit to 1800. And give the offer. Rooney, how have you developed? You have developed really poorly, if I'm not mistaken. Minus 62. Yeah, so we'll not give him a new contract just yet. Watkins, you're really too old. Bauer here is definitely a player we would like to try and prolong. Let's see here, appearance money, that's fine, and clean sheet. I think that's actually decent. We'll lower the wage here. Alright, we can't lower it more. Let's remove the clean sheet and we'll have appearance money at 10 then, I guess. And yeah, that is a really good way for us to get in a player cheaply, so to say. Riley Lowe, developing decently, especially considering he doesn't really get to play. Then we have a lot more players, but I think that is a good start to try and get in 4 more players. And hopefully a few of them at least accept the offers that we have given them. And we'll give it your best here as a team talk. Unfortunately, it's starting off really bad as a goal against us in the first minute. And as I were speaking or saying those things, we are actually down by 3 goals. So this is the scoreline after 1/2 here. Bassett versus Eastbourne Borough is 0-3, and terrible performance by pretty much all of the lads. Terrible rating on all. Hartridge and Richards at 4s and Ryan Clark at a 5. Really horrible. Really horrible. Yeah, we're losing this game so bad. 0-6 is the final scoreline. So Bassett versus Eastbourne Borough is 0-6. And shots 0-6. Chances or shots on target 0-5, chances 1-8, possession 38-62%, still 18th in the league, 15 points off to a playoff spot, and 7 points clear of the relegation zone, and we are converting extremely poorly here, still in chances. Yeah, and number of chances we are really in the bottom as well. So we're not doing good in any sort of way there, but hopefully we can turn things around here throughout the season, and without getting fired. It doesn't look like it at the moment, at least, that we will get fired. And Richard at least accepted the offer there, and Matt Bauer as well. Brunt not doing so though. That's all right. Yeah, Brunt rejects the deal. Darter 2 out of 3 accepted the deal. So that's all right. And let our assistant manager take care of the resource here again. So 508 versus 552 here against Chelmsford City. We'll again go with give it your best. So tough games here in 2 in a row. Hopefully we can claw a bit back from the last horrible game. And we sort of did, since the scoreline is 0-0 here after 1/2. And that's pretty decent. And overall looks like decent performance from the lads. Atmosphere is up to pretty healthy number for us, at least here throughout, well, compared to how the season has been. 12 out of 20 actually, teamwork at 61 out of 100, so that's pretty darn well as well. Actually green there, so that's nice. Unfortunately, Chelmsford City do manage to get in 2 goals here so far in the second half, and that's the end result as well. So after full time, 0-2 for Bassett versus Chelmsford City. All right, I guess, of sort of, but still not really all right. Shots 2-9, shots on target 1-4, chances 3-12, and possession 40-60%. Still 18th here, and 15 points up to a playoff spot, and 7 points clear of relegation. Next up, Bassett versus Duluth Shamrock, 2 are 5th in the league, so another tough game. All 10 tough games that are coming up. Very frustrating. While we are waiting for that game to come up here, remember to smash that like button if you're enjoying the show. Also hit that subscribe button if you want to follow along on our journey to the top of Premier League and out in Europe. Also, if you want to know how you can install FIFA Manager 20 yourself, check out the tutorial that is linked in the description. And if you need to or want to buy FIFA Manager 13 or 14 that you need for this mod to work, you have a link where you can buy that game at a good price as well in the description. So we will say here, perfect shape for next game as well for Edwards. He is not really a player that we expect to be in the team whatsoever, but that's how we will do. Well, we have been in training camp this season for sure, but all right, you can say that we haven't, but we have. Salaries is now 42k in budget, so still all right, but not that much. Team rating 510, and they are at 554. We'll again say give it your best here. And I'm starting to think about if it's starting time to pick up one of our youth players maybe and put in the team. So far, this match against Dulwich Hamlet, we have had a very good result since it's 1-0 after one half. And we'll say, let's continue like this. Atmosphere have dropped down to 9 and teamwork as well, unfortunately under 60. But keeping this together will be a great victory for us if we manage to win this game. Only 10 minutes to go now, but unfortunately we get an own goal in the 87th minute. So the final scoreline is 1-1 for Bassett versus Dulwich Hamlet. Shots 3-5, shots on target 1-1, chances 3-9, and possession 41 to 59%. Still 18th in the league here, 15 points up to a playoff spot, 8 points clear of the relegation zone. Team of the week. Alright, so we got a couple of players in a team of the week. That's pretty nice. Salaries, 40.6 still. How is our financial status actually, and our budget? Could increase it, well, really quite a lot actually in terms of salaries. Yeah, so tickets are definitely up quite a bit here, from calculated and sponsors as well. So that's nice. Merchandise is down, TV money is down, but that's all right. So next match coming up is against Dorking Wanderers, and they should be a much lower rating team, so to say. So hopefully we should have a good chance of a good result in that match. And we should take a look here on what I said just before on our youth players here. So we'll do the team talk. And that should be next player then, Brunt. And let's see here. How have he developed? He's developed all right. I'm thinking about what to say here, really. Haven't made tremendous progress. Perfect shape. Higher objectives. No, perfect shape again. Alright, so you can't pretty much say perfect shape for any of the players this time around, unfortunately. So we'll go to the first team and a lineup assistant, and we'll take a look at our youth team. So Poker Cliff here definitely seem to be developing pretty nice. Actually, not that much at all, but looked like it. How is it with Craig then? Not really that much either. But let's see here. Let's move to our squad here for 4 weeks. I think he should fit in the first team squad. Left midfielder, actually. That's sort of an interesting match, so to say. And the first team here. Yeah, into the reserves here, at least, instead of Edwards. Yeah, so we'll definitely play Craig here. Actually, let's offer contract, basic salary. Yeah, I don't know how what one could offer for salary there. Don't want to offer too much. We'll go with fight for every ball here. And offering the basic sum there, that it just feels like definitely a too high sum. But from my experience before, I believe that sort of were what they were expecting. But then again, they are with our team already, so if they are declining the offer, they're not like leaving, I think. But I'm not 100% sure that's why I didn't continue with the going through offering the contract, so to say. After full time, we do win against Dorking Wanderers 1-0, so a decent game there from the lads. Shots 5-5, shots on our target 3-2, chances 6-5, possession 53-47%. That actually brought us up one place, up to 17th place in the league, 14 points off from a playoff spot, and 11 points clear of a relegation zone now. So at least we're decently clear from that now, and our directors or board are now sort of satisfied with their performance, at least. So that's pretty good in terms of sports, and we'll definitely prioritize the press or the team before the partner. Don't really want to have a partner. I could tick that off, but I will not bother with it for now, at least. So another tough game here against Wellston. We'll do a team talk here, or not a team talk, a talk to a player. Betting you have gotten a new contract, right? Yeah. So how are you progressing? 54 this season. Yeah, that's pretty decent. Well, in training, yeah, sure. Feel like we should choose that for him last time as well. But yeah, don't know. Let assistant manager choose here again, as always. 520 versus 560, I said, will be tough. I don't expect any miracles, so we'll go with a easy talk. And after one half, unfortunately, the scoreline is 0-1 for Bassett versus Wellston, and we'll just continue to play like we practiced in training. Let our assistant do the talk there, and they unfortunately extend the lead early on in the second half. And again, just as we finished saying that, and Ryan Brandt getting 2 yellow cards there and being sent off, doesn't help either. So the final scoreline is 0-3 for Bassett versus Wellston. Match stats: shots 1 versus 7, shots on target 1 versus 5, possession or chances 1 versus 9, and possession 42 versus 58%. Still 16th points up to a playoff spot, 11 points clear of the relegation zone. So we'll take a look at the finances up to 19 now. An additional budget again, and this time I think we are going to lose rating. Yeah, exactly. Brandt unfortunately losing a level, and overall losing level. Tom Smith and Simpson losing a level. Ball losing level. Batten getting up a level though. It's pretty good, and not much more, and total losing 3 levels there. So who are we missing? We're missing 2 players that went, or 3 players now that have left the team that were lone players. So Ryan Clark here. Add another year. Okay, 1 more year. So let's offer him 1 more year. I guess we can try that later. But we are going to look at the contracts right now first here. So another 16k to our budget. So let's see here. Let's take a look at the sponsors. Yeah, we can just cancel that straight out of hand actually. Contracts this season. Brandt, we will not really bother with you right now. Smith here. You have unfortunately lost quite a few levels here actually throughout the season, but we are trying to prolong your contract if you would agree on that. Rooney, that's the same case here. You have lost rating more than anything. So don't really want to prolong your contract, but we need to, really. We don't really have that much of an option. So Dan Rooney, we are going to try. And he's upset with me as well. So I guess we will not try that. Let's see here. Squad long term. Squad next season. All right, so we have Batten, Clark, left midfielder. We have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players next season. Maybe. So really got the prolong all players that we can here from the first team, I would say. Riley here, how much have you played? You have played a little bit, but we will use you as a reserve. Extend contract. Dissatisfied. Watkins, I don't like your age. And a man, I guess you get a prolonged contract if you're agreeing. Yeah, 3 years. Yeah, I don't want to prolong you for 3 years. 2 years maximum, really 1, but let's do 2 years. Yeah, and we're going to do 2 years. We can have appearance bonus, that's totally fine. And you can have a little bit of more money. Artist, you're also really pretty darn old. Reigns, yeah, we could definitely... Or could we? How are we doing here? Watkins, I don't really want to keep you. So Reigns and Liam, you can fight. So a suggestion here. We can get back the appearance money. Let's see here, we'll lower that to 10 and make the offer for Reigns. Then Ball, I don't want to keep an odd words not, so we'll do like that. No, we'll not. And we'll assistant manager. And we'll play this match, so we'll be 486 versus 538. So I guess I don't know if I actually pressed the button there correctly, but we'll say go out there and keep it simple. Taking the leader in the 21st minute, so that's nice, and extending it actually to 2-0. So a very good first half here. We'll say just continue like this. Atmosphere at only 7, teamwork at 41. So pretty much a new team here of sorts, I would say or think. Connor Lowe getting to play a left midfielder, for example. I should of course have put Craig in instead of Reigns there. But the final scoreline here, Bassett versus Samuel Hempstead, is 2-1, so a good result there. Shots 48, shots on target 2-5, chances 48, and possession 49 to 51%. So overall a good result. Still 17th in the league, 16 points up to a playoff spot. 14 points clear of the relegation zone now, so should be pretty clear from that at least, so that's good. We'll see here if we can't get out of it. No, not before. So skip that lineup assistant here, and we actually want to see here rules. I want age to matter a little bit more. Player level a little bit less, and actually age more. On young, appearance doesn't matter, fitness, high, form, position bias not as important. Talent, alright. Yeah, there we go. And then it will choose Craig automatically. Don't know why it shows Dan Ball. Well, we don't really have any other option, I guess. Adam Beal here, 36. Adam Beal, you're actually sort of decent if we were playing a right back. Central defender, we don't really have a central defender. We have Poka, Cliff, but you are not that good. No, you're better as a left back or a right back. So can't really use that, unfortunately. And Reigns rejects the deal, unfortunately. But that will be everything for this episode, no matter what. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time here on the channel. Bye-bye. You have been watching Rawslowgaming, and I hope you have enjoyed. On clicking on the video on the left, you will see the next video in this series, and on the right our latest upload to the channel. And with that said, thank you again for watching.